Is the West right to be worried about the rapid rise of Islam? A little bit of context first. So I studied military and international history at university, and then in the British Army I continued my education in geopolitics and international affairs. More specifically, I spent 18 months studying Islam and the Pashto language before deploying to Afghanistan as a cultural advisor. And my job there was to explain to the commanders how their decisions would impact on the local population and to understand Islam deeply enough to reduce any unnecessary clashes. So when I speak about this topic, it's from experience, not theory, and certainly not fear-mongering. And I want to ask one simple question. Is Europe right to be worried about the rapid increase in the Muslim population? Is there a historical context, or is it just paranoia? Let's look at the history, because history is generally honest. So Islam started in the 7th century AD, and it spread with absolutely extraordinary speed. Within 100 years, Islamic armies had conquered from Arabia to North Africa, Persia, the Middle East and into Europe. This wasn't peaceful conversion, it was a military expansion. And in 711 AD, Muslim forces actually got into Europe, into Spain, and for centuries they controlled most of the Iberian Peninsula. They pushed into France, all the way up to into northern France, where they stopped at the Battle of Tours in 732 AD. In the east, the Ottoman Empire marched into the Balkans, Bulgaria, Greece, and they actually reached the gates of Vienna twice, once in 1529 and once in 1683. Europe survived at that time because Christian kingdoms pushed back. They were united. They launched the Crusades, which weren't just random aggression, they were a response to centuries of Islamic expansion. And it's not controversial to say this. Islam contains explicit teachings about the spreading of faith by force. Surah 929 commands Muslims to fight non-believers until they submit. The Hadith repeatedly states that Muhammad declared it a duty to convert the world or fight those who refuse. Now, many Muslims today don't follow these teachings literally, but the texts are there, and every generation there will be someone who wants to follow them literally. So now the question, does this matter for Europe today? Europe has opened its borders while birth rates collapsed. In many cities, the demographic direction is no longer speculation, it is actually measurable. And when you combine demographic change and an ideology that historically expands through dominance, not assimilation, you have a pressure point. But does that mean that all Muslims are a threat? No, not at all. Does that mean that history shows a pattern? Yes. And ignoring that pattern doesn't make it disappear. Europe has faced Islamic expansion before. Last time it was armies. This time it's something far quieter. Population, ideology, and cultural confidence. History is a teacher, but only if we listen.